Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Big Game James from Big Game Sports Buzz, and you are joining us live in the Chop Shop. That's right, your boy Big Game, the usual suspects, and we got a special guest with us tonight. But before I introduce my special guest, I got my man Jay Stogs, the Buff Nerd, is in the house,
What up? Let's
and
go.
A. Reed, the musicologist, is in the house.
Already, baby.
So joining me all the way from Arizona is my main man, former college roommate, businessman, entrepreneur, always looking to better himself and his community. Former NFL football player and Arena Football League football player, Mr. Cedric Pittman, goes by the name of C. Pitt. What's going on, Ced?
Not much, man. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, brother, I'm so glad you had the chance to get on and join us tonight, man, and in the shop. And, Ced, like I told you the other day when we talked in the shop, we come up with a list of things we want to talk about. It might go to the right. It might go to the left, but it normally comes right back to the middle of what's going on, hot topics today going around in sports, but also in life. And so, without further ado, y'all, do y'all think it's time? If you've been living under a rock, you have not heard what happened at the Oscars on Sunday night between Will Smith and Chris Rock. And yeah, I really couldn't believe it, but at the same time, it was good. But I'm gonna run the tape real quick, y'all. I just feel like we need to show what happened and get
Jada,
things rolling.
Love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Wow. Will Smith.
He said Will Smith just slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah. So they muted it and kind of took it out, and they blurbed out the part. YouTube just changed that because it was just saying that, like, when I loaded it the other day, keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth, pretty much is what he said, and
Twice.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Let me.
That was
came back in. But hey,
greatest
Chris,
night in the history
he
of
tried to
television.
get it back together. This one I think it was real.
Okay.
So
not scripted.
Shout out to the homie just said I really think that was scripted.
Yeah.
So
Sadar, what's up, my guy?
Hey, Mike, man, thanks for coming in and chopping it up with us, man. And
yes, sir.
I know you and your family going through some things right now with the loss you just had. So big condolences from Big Game James and Big Game Entertainment, man. Praying for you and the family, Mike. Hope that y'all get through that loss, that y'all suffering fast, man. I know that's not easy. And see, hey guys, me and Ced had a conversation the other day because I hit him up to talk about coming on the show, and he had a real interesting take on it, and I really liked it because he told me about Will Smith's audiobook that I never even had a chance to listen to it here. Stogs, Reed, have y'all heard Will's audiobook?
I heard that he had one out. Never really, went into it, but I did hear that he had something.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead, Ced. I want you to touch on that, bro.
Right. If you get a chance, you should check it out. But we often look at actors, actresses as more than human, superhuman. But in his audiobooks, he talks about how he felt like a coward for the majority of his life. He talks about the verbal and physical abuse that his mother suffered from his father. He talked about being bullied in Philadelphia. More importantly, he talked about not standing up for the women and for himself in his lifetime. So when I saw him slap the out of Chris, it took me right back to chapter 8 in his audiobook that he says the next time I get a chance to defend someone I love, I'm not going to miss that opportunity. Do I think that was the boiling over point for him? Yes. Do I think he has deeper issues going on with him? Yes. But, anybody can snap on any given day.
Yeah. My thing is this, man. I've gone on stage and told jokes. I've done that before, right? And so, some are good, some are great, and some are bad, and some are horrible. Some land, some don't. But the fact that you have somebody that comes up, and, you know, I get that you want to defend your wife, defend your woman. I get all of that. But when you understand that a person is doing their job, and that's his job, as we was doing,
Right.
and you come up and you physically assault him, I mean, there's so many different ways to do it. And there are people, you know, they're like, look, he got what he deserved. Like, nah, bro. He told jokes. That's what he told. He told a joke. Bad joke, good joke, whatever, but he told a joke. But when you are putting your hands on someone, because my thing is this, if you feel like you need a defender, that's cool. But Chris would have been well within his rights to defend himself.
Oh, absolutely.
And if something happened then, who are we looking at? Right? So, I mean, I get it. You know, I watched it live, and I went straight to Twitter. I went to Black Twitter. I went to all of it. I was like, Black Instagram, give it to me, baby, because I know you got it. You know what I'm saying? Watch the Japanese version and the Arabian version.
Hold on,
you know,
man. What the Japanese version look like? I should have pulled that one to play.
They don't bleep anything. They don't bleep it.
Yeah, I believe that's where it aired first.
Yeah. They don't bleep anything.
That's right, because of the time change, the difference, and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but they actually they have you know, their own censors and stuff like that, man. But I mean, we're getting to a point, and to your point, Mike, we're getting to a point where people are not able to say anything.
Y'all niggas PG.
It's
Bro,
getting
got PG.
sad. You know, with that, I'm actually looking at, because I remember I just recently went to a show of Ari Spears, right? That was down here at the Improv, and he talked about everybody that was in that front row. I mean, he went in. Nobody got up on stage. People laughed. They had a good time. They went home, and that was it. Because that's what comedians talk about: pain,
Right.
whether it's theirs or someone else's, but we'll all be able to relate to it.
Gotcha.
So that's my take, man.
And that's the kind of stuff that made Dave Chappelle so great.
Right.
He pushed the limit and made everybody laugh about it. From blacks to whites, Hispanics, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
He did it. You know what I'm saying? I can go a million ways with this. I can go a million ways.
All right, go which direction you want to go first, so I can piggyback on. It's do what you do, man. Like I said, we keep it all the way 100 about what we think and what we feel about what happened with this whole situation. And my whole thing, Reed, and I'm gonna let you get back because I want you to make your point. At what point though would we fault? Do we or would we have faulted Chris Rock for having a reaction to it? Because like I said, everything's getting soft now. And when I saw it, and Will cracked up laughing the first part of the joke.
Dude.
But Jada, the one who rolled her eyes and made a face like, oh, this ain't funny. I can't believe he did this. So that's when Ced's point came in, why I wanted him to make it. Because at what point did it cross the line and flip that switch where Will just lost it?
And
How many people? Well, go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
And just a thought, Jada shouldn't get a pass. Jada shouldn't get a pass because she publicly, and we as men, moreover as black men, you know,
Speak on it.
you know what I'm saying? That cuts deep, and you got these different platforms, Red Table Talk, where she openly
Come on.
disrespected this man.
Yeah.
And if you think about how social media, he was a meme after that.
Big time. Yes.
Kanye broke down. He was a meme after that. Tyrese broke down. He was a meme after that. Well, often we don't talk to any professionals about our feelings and what we're going through.
Right.
So does she get a pass?
Hell no.
She will.
Not in my book. Not in my book.
And said that point you made, I think, is a good one because I believe because of her openness to air so much of their laundry on her Red Table Talk,
Man.
I think Chris Rock felt like he had the green light. And the thing
He
is,
damn right got the green light.
And
If
the
you
thing
put
is,
all
like-
of that business out on the street as a comedian, you can say what the fuck you want.
right.
He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. And Jay said
Period.
it best. It's a joke. At what point in time, I mean, think about it, y'all. We grew up in the era, I know me, being young, sneaking and looking around the corner with my parents listening to Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
And Red Fox, they said some outlandish, crazy stuff. But at the same time, we knew we weren't going to take heed to it I've been to comedy shows, like you said, Jay, where someone they letting in on you, and you like, oh, they about to get my big ass. They might not, right? But if they do, they do. It's part of it. And this is what I hate. And I might sound like I'm trying to be politically correct, and I'm not really. But one point that one of my boys made to me is, dog, at what point, why is it that on this stage, when we have a black producer that put this together, we have brothers that just had to act the fool with one another on a stage? Now, I think a lot of people say that Chris should have whipped his ass. I feel that, but at the same time, I'm not pissed that he tried to take a high road to it because all the negative backlash that would have come on.
Absolutely.
And they would have associated everybody black with them two fools fighting at the Oscars, man. That's real talk.
Yeah, they probably would have. Yeah, and that's the big narrative of this whole thing. You notice how it has to be the black folks. It has to be the black folks. I mean, just gonna keep it 100. Now you can say whatever you want, however you feel. Some people say it's real, some people say it's fake. I know I've kind of looked at it about a whole bunch of times. To me, I think it was really just a staged up thing that's gonna blow. It was supposed to do what exactly what's going on right now. We're supposed to be talking about it. It's supposed to be in everybody's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this: the average man would have kicked Will's ass. Period.
Or went down swinging, one or two. Yeah,
went down swinging. Right. Or if he didn't whoop his ass right there, he would have waited till the break. Say, bro, let's go in the back and we finna have a talk. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to take that high road to keep the show going, you know what I'm saying? And then when we go on break, partner, we finna go to the back real quick. And we gonna handle this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
at
break
the same time, just like says, man. Me personally, I've lost a lot of respect for Will through the years.
I lost that at the Red Table Talk. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, I lost that way back 6 degrees of separation type shit. Let's not get there. Okay. But I'm saying, as you've seen throughout his career, like, I don't know what it is about Jada, and I don't know why people put her on such a freaking pedestal, like she know, like she's so fucking perfect. She's clearly shown that she don't give a damn about the values of a marriage or anything like that. Right. And Will has just let all of that stuff happen. Right. I'm not necessarily saying that the man has to take control, but we all know that in a marriage, you know, the man is there to lead, the woman is sitting there to follow, and y'all play the 50-50 role.
Right.
He's clearly let that girl do whatever he wants. Whatever she's wanted to do. Like you said, Red Table Talk, she can sit there and air all they dirty laundry. Ain't nowhere in the world. How come you ain't slapping August Alsina for doing what he did in your house?
Man, look.
Wow.
But you know, this we talk about Jada. This is kind of her MO, man. Look, she dated Pac. This is the type of dude.
And she still talk about this man.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But look,
shout out to the bro, right there.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, big up to mentioning my guy Bernie Mac. That's my favorite dude of all time. The one that put it down for sure. But again, at some point, man, we've got to understand and recognize that, hey, if this is what we're going to do, because to me, it also ruined the moment for Questlove. I watched that documentary. That was an amazing documentary, bro. Like, I got my in-laws like, yo, let's watch this. We all watched it together. I watched it at least 4 times.
I need you to give me a little background on that, Jay, so I know what you're talking about. I missed the Questlove one. I missed that.
Summer of Soul.
Summer of Soul. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he directed that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Put all the tapes together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then got some of the acts that were actually performing there. Got them together in interviews, people that were actually there as children and, young adults that were there. I mean, it was beautiful, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It really was. It was a moment in history that was just, it was taped, it was filmed, and then it was locked away and no one knew about it.
I know. Okay, I remember seeing the previews of the documentary, so I'm about to check that out.
Right. You can check it on Hulu.
Okay,
catch it on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's about the 1969 Harlem Festival, music festival. Yeah,
but I mean, it was the fact that that's ruined, and now, you know what I'm saying, you now the butt of other people's jokes as they're getting their awards, waiting on you to get yours. You know what I mean? And now you get it. Now it's ruined because folks, all they thinking about is, okay. What's he going to say? How's he going to do this? I mean, dude, it was a bad moment. It shouldn't have happened. And if you, and unfortunately, and you guys can definitely talk to this, you're pro athletes. And unfortunately, we as fans, we as people put you in a realm of, well, hey, you knew this is what you were going to get into. Being a pro athlete, as a fan, that's what we think, because we're paying for your salary, right? With ticket sales and jersey sales, and we buying your movies and we buying your music. So we feel as though we have the right to just say and do whatever, when in reality we don't. That's my feeling and sentiment. Like, look, I can talk about how bad you playing, but I'm not going to talk about fam. I'm not going to talk about kids. I'm not going to talk about wives. I'm not going to do that, because to me, that's too personal. And that I'm not trying to get you out your game like that. I'll just talk about, how many, tackles you missed last game. I'll talk about that.
And that's warranted, because as an athlete, we know if we don't perform that the biggest critics are going to be even your own fans of your team, right? That's going to come out. But to me, when I look at this.
But y'all ain't out there slapping folks for
Exactly. My point was about to be, Reed, everybody knows Chris Rock is almost in that same boat as Chappelle, is where he will push the envelope with his joke telling, right? He'll lay things out there. He'll speak on it. But I feel like these two have had to have some kind of relationship before, where there's a way for him to handle that. Like, yo, dog, you're wrong for that. Jada sensitive about this. Whatever.
Pull me to the back.
Yeah, it's a way, because
just pull me to the back and say it.
I feel like he tried to save face and tried to show I ain't no punk when his wife looked at him sideways. Yeah, and he wanted to play the tough role.
Tell you who run it.
That knowing that I know what kind of dude Chris is, he ain't gonna go off on me. Because when he walked up, Chris Rock said, like a joke, like I thought Will was gonna headlock him or say something crazy or fake, right? Then it's just like, ooh, did he just? Damn, what happened?
Now we can break down the movie. We can break down the little clip or whatever. Okay, clearly he made the joke, and it's G.I. Jane. Was it that damn bad?
It wasn't that bad.
Even on top of that,
Jimmy Moore was still kind of cool looking in that movie with that ball.
Even on top of that, how many people actually knew that this woman, quote unquote, had alopecia? Because I didn't know that.
I did not until
didn't know that until all of this. Okay,
because you don't watch the Red Table Talk, Reed. That's your fault. That's your fault. You're
Why
not
am I
in the know.
Stupid shit.
Because you're not in the know.
Why?
You're not in the know.
Why, Stogs?
You're not in the know.
I don't need to be in the shit. Clips tell you everything. The little clips of the Red Table Talk tell you everything. Instagram and Twitter, they post it up all the damn time.
You didn't know.
I don't need to go on YouTube to see that.
I blame you.
Hey, you joke with me about watching Ratchet TV, J Stogs.
You do watch Ratchet
TV. You talking about Red Table Talk? That's not Ratchet. That falls in the same category as Love and Hip Hop.
Which you do watch.
I watch Love and Hip Hop because I think that's some scripted shit. They trip on that show. For there ain't that many. When have you been to a restaurant and seen that many glasses of water fly for no reason at all? only in Atlanta, Miami, and New York when they filming this show.
You know why? Because I don't go to those places. I go to respectable places like Red Lobster. Okay, so just you know what I mean. I go to Red Lobster. They don't throw glasses in Red Lobster,
man,
because they give you plastic cups. That's the place I go.
Okay,
man. I'm just saying, man.
Shout out to Red Lobster and the Cheddar Biscuit.
Shout out, Cheddar Bay Biscuit.
Cheddar Bay.
I heard Shannon Sharp. I even heard Shannon Sharp say it on Shannon and Skip. He said, "Nigga, I'd had to come out that time for it. Whatever I had on there, I would come out that tux."
But I got much respect for Chris though, because he is a professional, and you look. He understood, I think, what was at stake if he did. Now, if you look at the clip, you can break it down on your own. But you see, he balled his fist up a little bit like, okay, come in again. I'm gonna show you where I'm from. I'm from East Coast too. I'm going to show you where I'm from. But I think it goes back to his professionalism. He did the right thing. And if he had done anything, it would have been worse. He stepped up, did the right thing. So, yeah.
Can I take this just a little bit deeper?
Go ahead, man. I want to hear it. I love where this conversation is going, man. I like you brother's take on this.
See, this is the beauty of Hollywood. That's what I call it, Hollywood. Think about this thing, y'all. Think about the kind of stuff that people have to do in Hollywood to stay relevant. It's a lot of things that we don't see, but you don't understand the things that they have to do behind closed doors to get to where they at. And it's been documented on some people,
right?
And it's not on everybody. But I always believe that all those guys that are in Hollywood that are always doing the big moves and stuff like that, they have them hanging by a little string like this. Whatever that they have on them behind the scenes, they have to do. So this might have been something that Will Smith maybe had to do, his chance to probably get his credibility back from being humiliated on the red table and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He comes out, does the King Richard movie, you know what I'm saying? And okay, I didn't watch it, but from what everybody's saying, it was a great movie. I'm not taking anything away from Will's acting and stuff like that, but you got to understand, you have to do things in Hollywood to keep yourself relevant. They make you do things to keep yourself relevant, and you scrunch up your face all you want. But
then he just make himself relevant by releasing the Bel Air on Peacock because he's the executive producer of this show.
But to his point, he wasn't asked to leave the Oscars. He was asked to get back in his seat. He literally less than 10 minutes later gave an acceptance speech for King Richard and proceeded. The Oscars didn't press any charges. Chris didn't press charges. There's plenty of security in the building.
Right. They got a standing ovation.
Right.
So you can openly walk up there and slap somebody.
But do you think everybody else was scared he was going to slap the shit out of them too if they would have said something?
Nah, I mean, Tyler Perry came up to a Denzel. I bet you if you slap Denzel, I bet you be some shit going down
he
there.
wouldn't have slapped Denzel, though.
Well,
Denzel
then there you go. There you go. But, I mean, you got Bradley Cooper coming up to him. I mean, you got all these people comforting Will Smith. You know, I mean, look. You know, talking about relevance. This dude has had relevance for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Long time. I got
a long time, and he's been in a lot of different things that could have warranted an Oscar nod. I mean, Chris and him have this kind of relationship. Look, Chris Rock was on on Fresh Prince of Bel Air way back in the day. I mean, he actually, you know what I'm saying, he played a role on this show. He talked about him and Jada not being at the Oscars. They were boycotting because Concussion wasn't even nominated. So I mean, there's history there, but it's the fact that, again, this sets a bad precedent where people, we saw Kanye do this at the Grammys. People just walk up on stage and shit like, hey, you know what? You know who I am? I'm just going to do this and whatever. Now Kanye is living in the basement of the stadium, but still, that's a whole nother thing. But I worried that now what's next? And I was talking to some people. I was like, yo, do you think this is it for Will Smith? Do you think this, because they can't take his card. They can take his acting card.
They take the sad card, but I don't see Will going.
He just won an
Oscar.
They ain't gonna take his card.
They if anything, right now it might be controversial, but like you said, like Reed said, it brings attention to that actor. And at the end of the day, if you're not raping children and touching kids and can make the studio money, you gonna still get work. Will Smith can still generate revenue and bring money in. You know what I'm saying? So they're not running from that right now.
So it's gonna be all right.
How many of them was in the audience? Number one, he wouldn't have slapped no white person.
That's what I'm saying. He slapped the black dude, so okay.
He wouldn't have slapped no white person at the Oscars. That would be the end of his career. That would have been the end of his career. Period.
Then he would have been escorted.
Period.
In cuffs.
Period.
But he would have had the bracelets on, Stogs.
So my question was he out of character or was he in character?
Don't
forget he's an actor.
I want to hear y'all's take because
his mama said she ain't never seen him get out of line like that.
Look, if you notice,
Hollywood got him by the balls.
Nah, man, he stays in character like that. So he did Ali, and right after he did Ali, he did Men in Black, and you can tell in the first part of Men in Black, he still kind of sounded like Ali. At least he did to me. And I think he just stays in those roles, and then it takes him a while to get out of it.
But what role was he still in? Was he playing a pimp from Memphis where he just went around and slapped?
No, Richard was crazy. Richard Williams was a crazy MF, okay? He was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I give you that.
It's documented.
But this is my whole question, y'all, and help me understand if y'all got a take on it to where if it was scripted and made up, what was there to gain for Chris Rock, Will Smith, and the Academy for scripting that slap that happened?
Like, exactly what we're doing now.
Okay, we're talking about it, but what relevance is talking? These are two of the biggest names in Hollywood you got, Reed.
Okay, but check this out. Chris Rock is about to do a comedy tour.
Yeah,
his dick is just skyrocketing because of this.
The ego tour.
Okay, I got you. Oh, that makes sense.
He ain't been relevant. I mean, he's been a host of the Oscars, but what has he really like? He may have put like a Netflix special out. You know what I'm saying? But what has what has got him some paper after that?
Are you saying he need material?
Why don't you go out there and get slapped on national TV, man, and you have something to talk about, man, when you're doing it. I don't care. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or none
Sounds
of that
like
shit.
It.
No. I'm not.
Put your aluminum foil.
But I definitely look at everything. I'm not gonna sit there and just look at that shit for face value, bro. I'm not gonna look, but that's quite ironic.
The comedy tour
that you gonna sit there and openly let a man slap you, and then all of a sudden,
why'd he slap him? That's what I don't get. If you're really upset, you slap a man. Come on, you slap him in. Slapping men.
What grown man is gonna let another man just come and slap him?
I think it's just more disrespectful.
Who's slapping men?
Serious?
Oh yeah.
It's way more disrespectful for you to slap me than punch me in the eye. You punch me like God. I punch.
If I punch you, I don't like you. But if I slap you,
a punch is something. Yeah,
a punch is slap just.
But it is something about slapping. I mean, 5 fingers to the face. Come on, dog.
Will Smith just slap the shit out of me.
Ain't none of y'all up in here.
Yeah, that's true.
None of y'all up in here, and myself included,
and
any man come up there and just slap you like that. Be honest, man.
I mean, and the technique of the slap, he had perfect form. That slap and held it. Coach, he held it. Like you shoot a 3, he held that.
That's
slap.
it.
Yeah.
So,
follow through strong. Like,
you make a good point.
He's slapped. I'm like, why? If you really upset, I'm trying to put you down. You're not gonna say nothing else. That's how you say nothing else. But to slap him, come on, man. I said I don't conform to conspiracy, but it's something different about a man that slaps another man. And like, you had that long walk. You sat there for a minute. You laughed at the joke, looked at your wife, she's like, I know you're finna do something right. Pac would do something.
Oh, that's where you went with
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Look,
he was like, "You right."
May he rest in peace. He's right here, Nipsey. They had a video of Nipsey slapping the shit out of a dude.
The one in the parking lot bothering him?
In the parking lot. But even that dude kind of had to get restrained himself, because a normal man is gonna be like, "Dog, what the hell? I'm finna come back at you." I'm just saying, the regular normal person is not just gonna openly let a dude sit there and slap it. This ain't no slap contest or nothing like that they be having where you can win a prize at the end of it. See, that's willingly letting somebody slap.
Have y'all seen that foolishness on the internet?
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Come on, dude.
Oh yeah.
If we find one locally,
I'm not going.
If we find a slapping contest, we got to go on and do a show in front of it, dog. Hey, they be talking stupid when they that pop.
Bro, they put powder on their hand and slap each other. I refuse. I refuse.
Hey, matter of fact, if they got one that comes to town, I'm going to enter you into the contest.
You can enter me all you want to. I don't have to show up.
Come on, man.
No.
It won't be me slapping you.
No.
So much you can say about this stuff.
I will get a Philadelphia Eagles fan to come in.
Pissing me off.
This
thing has been pissing me off since I seen it.
Entanglement.
And one more thing I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, dog.
This shows how much of a sham that they marriage is, y'all.
That I can second that.
No, honestly, listen to me.
You can call it a sham.
Listen to me. Like, I know some of y'all are married. You know what I'm saying? I've been married before, but real man, you gonna hold the values of your marriage, okay?
Right.
And you tell me, are any of y'all comfortable with another guy coming in and sleeping with your wife?
Never.
Are any of you guys sitting there comfortable with your wife going out there and putting all your business out there on the street, even if it's to her close friend. You would sit there and check that shit at the door. No, what the hell you doing?
I'm just gonna be 100% honest with y'all, and my wife will hear this later and know I ain't lying. I tear this whole mother lover all the way up. It's gonna get tore all the way up.
Exactly.
I mean,
so why is it so why is it that society looks at their relationship like it's such a golden thing?
No, it's a show though. I don't think people who really value
they put Jada on the pedestal and they kids and all this stuff on the pedestal, and they do. Yes, they do. They do.
I don't think anyone has ever. I've never heard anyone say, "I wish I had a marriage like Will and Jada," or no one has ever said, "I wish my kids." I'm just reading this. Want to put out there talking about the boy want to take his nipples off. Look here, man. Look here. Look here. Look here.
They don't support that bullshit.
Look here.
Society don't support it.
I don't think so. No. Like when you look at Black Love, you might say Grant Hill and Tamia before you say Will and Jada's ass. I know me. I would never base the value of a black marriage on that bullshit.
Man, Barack and Michelle. That's it. That's all you need.
That's the standard. That's the only standard we need.
But Barack and Michelle, okay? That's the standard. Not these fools, not these clowns. I mean, come on, man. Like I said, you got the daughter talking about she all a sexual, what she like everybody. She don't care who, what, dog, cat, boy, girl, what car, whatever. If she down, she got the need, whatever. She gonna get it fed.
God don't bless no mess.
Well, I mean, hey, but you know, but God take care of babies and idiots. So look, it come down to this, man. At the end of the day, with these people, you know, I hope that at some point this gets recovered. He you know, Will can figure out what it is that he needs to do. Jada can stop being whatever sensitive, or she can get over that, and Chris can do what he needs to do, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, they ain't paying my bills, and I got to move on with my life. But I like to talk about it because it's fun.
Did anybody else laugh and rewatch it a couple of different times?
I just told you I watched it in every language.
You did say every language.
I didn't necessarily laugh. I was just shocked.
I think that's what made me laugh. I was like, I can't believe he slapped this man like that. And I can't believe he took that slap like that.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't take Will serious. I don't take Will serious as a like, Will don't scare me, man.
No, he's not a tough guy. He's a prankster.
He ain't no Negro that scares me.
Yeah.
Walk up to me, dog. I'll Fresh Prince your ass, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like Square Biz.
Oh,
that was one. That was one. All right.
Yeah, we know. That's what we're gonna keep it. We know.
Square Biz. Square Biz.
Hey, we stand on Reed right now because we know if he get hot, that N-word gonna come boiling. It's gonna machine gun out.
No,
man, let's talk about sports.
We're gonna keep it real.
Hey, but on another side of things, Jay Stogs likes to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers and call them the lame show.
The losers.
And rightfully so right now. There's a couple teams in the NBA really struggling, but LeBron James the other night against the Pelicans, man, he had 39 points. He's been carrying his weight, but he suffered an ankle injury late in that game. They gave up a 26-point lead and lost to the Pelicans. My question to y'all is it time for LeBron James or the Lakers to just shut him down for the rest of the season, since they're really playing themselves out of the chase for even the play-in game right now?
It's time to trade LeBron.
Trade? Just straight trade?
Trade him?
Damn, Jay.
Why not? Get something for him. But I mean, 37-year-old LeBron on anybody on Charlotte tickets, Washington tickets. Which, okay, I mean, he still has another year on his contract. And then what? I'm just saying.
But we already know the arrogance of the Lakers are going to believe that they can still bring other pieces in and put it around him to compete.
What?
I don't know with what, but you know how they think. They are not going to give up LeBron James.
They have no trade capital. They have no young players.
Trade AD. Street clothes.
There's
trade bombs.
Now that's the real question. Do they trade LeBron or AD? Because you got to get rid of one.
AD.
You can't keep both.
AD.
Get rid of AD.
AD.
He's fragile. Too
About
fragile.
Street clothes, man.
Dude, I do not see him being able to hold up an NBA season now. I mean, it's just I can't unsee all the injuries that we've seen already. Like, what is he gonna do to really bring his true? Because everyone's like, "Oh, he's such a great player. He has such a high ceiling. If he can just get back." Oh, he practiced the other day. We know how they practice it during the season in the NBA. That ain't showing nothing that he really ready to go out there and grind and play and make things happen.
Yeah,
right.
That boy fragile though.
But I mean, that goes to the point of, the West right now is Phoenix has won it. They've locked it up. So now everyone is vying for, 2nd through 6th, and then you got the play-in. Talk about my Mavs. They got a chance to hit 3rd.
They're about to move up to 3rd. They'll beat the Lakers tonight to kind of secure that 3rd.
Let's get it.
It's going to be hard for the Mavericks to lose that spot, the scenarios they were talking about earlier today, Jay.
You know what I'm saying? So you got that. You got Denver. They kind of struggling right now. Like, everybody is struggling right now. And so the teams that are getting hot, that are getting there, the real question is next year, we start talking about the West, how that's going to look. The Clips, they're going to have their 2 guys back. Paul George and Kawhi are going to be back, right? Golden State, they should be at full strength for the whole season.
But they're looking bad right now in these last couple of games.
Man, look, Steph is what makes it go. I don't care what you say. Steph is what makes it go. And when you don't have Steph and you lose Draymond, I mean, look, them young cats, they nice, but they not that nice.
And James Wiseman hadn't played all year. He's just been ruled out for the rest of the year too, and that was your number 1 pick a couple years ago. But now here's the real question, because realistically, y'all, when the season started, no one really expected much out of Golden State, right? No, everyone's kind of giving them a pass because they knew Clay was still out. He was going to come back slowly. They didn't know how much they can do. They got hot. They had Powell and other people start playing really well. Next thing you know, everyone elevates them back up to the top because of how they played early. But now it's starting to look like the fatigue is setting in a little bit with the lack of depth they have. So do they really get a pass on if they fall out of that top 3 and then not really be able to compete to win that championship or come out of the West? Because I still think Phoenix is going to be hard to beat.
Well, you can't do nothing about injuries, bro. You can't do nothing. And I'm sure y'all know, as far as football players, you know what I'm saying, playing in the league, you guys can sit there and be having a good team. You know what I'm saying? This is that and the third. We've seen it plenty of times where you have the quarterback playing an amazing season, having an amazing season. And as soon as that quarterback gets hurt and he's out for the season, you put that backup in, your season goes down.
Yeah.
Your expectation that went up, that shit goes down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the same thing goes for the NBA, man.
So with that being said, health is wealth and timing. Sometimes not the best team, it's the team that's playing best at that time.
Right.
So moving along to the playoff, who's going to peak with health and who's playing the best at this time?
Hey, man, Memphis Grizzlies too.
Well, Ja was out. Ja's been hurt a little bit. He's been banged up, and they've held their own for the most part. But I kind of look at them as the new Atlanta. Unproven. That rotation is going to be really key, and so they're going to have to have people step up that had to have stepped up. Now your bench gets shorter, right? So that ninth man. I'm looking at him like, okay, who is that? Who's going to be that one? So I like Phoenix. Obviously, it seems as though they figured it out. They're clicking at the right time. The coach, and then Paul is back. Look, it's just a good team. I think what they saw last year, they don't want to repeat. Paul is hungry. He wants to get his to solidify his legacy, which he doesn't need. Does he need it? He'll go down as one of the greatest that didn't win it. So he'll have a Charles Barkley Award. But come on.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's true.
It's
true.
It just hurt. I used to like the round mound rebound back in the day. Dog.
I still like him. He
Love
was one of
Barkley.
my favorites.
Still love Barkley. Still love Barkley. Top
Love
50
him.
all
But
night.
the reality is,
it is what it is. You're right. I got you.
Right.
I got
So
you.
you got that part. You got, like I said, the Mavs are surging right now, and I said you're right. It's timing and it's understanding your team and how that bench and rotation works. I was boo-booing Dimwitty coming in, was like, oh, hell to the no. This is trash. How can you trade away Porzingis? But he's fit. He has fit into this team.
And his defensive play, and he gives it back to you on the offensive end. That was a sleeper move that no one's really talked about unless you're a Mavericks fan.
Didn't I tell you on the show?
Yeah.
I told you on the past show. Shout out to my bro because he kind of let me know. The true story that KP didn't really want to be here.
Yeah, KP was like taking games off and not practicing and faking injuries.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, you broke it all the way down.
It was time to do. It was time to do. It was time to do. But said, let me ask you this. Do you feel like, and it could be in NFL, baseball, NBA, or whatever, do you feel like the league sometimes has a way of curving championships?
Man, dude, come on. Put your aluminum hat back on. Come on, take it off. Take your aluminum hat off, man.
I'm asking.
So you back with a conspiracy again?
Like this WWE, man. Come on.
Which I will be going to see this weekend. But
I know you will.
Oh, it's this weekend?
Yeah.
Look at you.
That came up fast, dog.
You're like a little kid.
Well, we supposed to work on some things. I forgot.
Said, do you feel like that can happen, man? I'm just asking.
Oh, is it possible? Yes, it's possible by the refs, as history has shown. It's possible by players fixing games. History has shown.
So I'm a conspiracy theorist, but look what he's saying.
Yeah. I mean, just recently, you said football and basketball. Who was that? Ridley?
Yeah.
Was that Ridley?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Betting on games. And I went back and looked at some of his film. He went 15 yards forward and 5 yards back. For what reason? Go back and watch. So is it possible to answer your question? Yes, it's possible. But at the end of the day, I think, everybody wants that chip. So I think the best team's gonna win eventually. But there's probably some. But I lived in Vegas for a long time too. I think the sports books got a lot to do with it too. That's just my conspiracy.
Hey, man.
There's a lot of money on the line. It's a free throw. You know what I'm saying? Someone goes out a few games and makes a big difference on the move of a line.
And they have it. They change a line in a heartbeat, don't they? Say the line to come out and all something for the game, like it changed out of nowhere. You boy, hold on, what the hell they know in Vegas that we don't know?
We don't know.
That happened real quick.
Yeah. So
St. Peter's.
We all saw Cam. Cam Newton step back.
There y'all go. March Madness has a conspiracy window.
Come on. Look, if St. Peter's won, Vegas would be broke.
Fact.
Right.
They would have broke them.
Yeah.
Broke Vegas.
Hey, Stogs and Jay Stogs, man. My boy said is a big time Cowboys fan, just like yourself.
Yes, sir.
And this came across Twitter the other day, and when I got it, I screenshotted it. I tagged Stogs on the Twitter account, but I just really wanted to read this since I had two Cowboys fans here to really talk about someone that I've tried to give credit to before. My main man, Randy Gregory, the comments he came out with after signing the deal in Denver. So Randy Gregory came out and said, y'all want to blame the defense for the playoff loss when Dak played like shit. Then he recruits Von Miller while me and D. Lawrence are already here, when we all know his play is why we lost. Now, you've already moved on to another team. You rejected the deal that the Cowboys gave you because of the drug testing stipulations that they put in. Is this just an disgruntled ex-employee, or is this some merit to what Randy Gregory put out there for the world to read about the Dallas Cowboys?
Look,
because for the record, my team went to the Super Bowl.
And lost.
And again, go ahead. But y'all was at home.
But we still have more.
Y'all was at home.
We can do this all night, but we're not, man.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Look. Is there some truth to that? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, there is. But is there some truth to him with his penalties? Yes. Is there some truth to the fact that defense did not step up when they needed to, to make those plays, yes. Would it have been awesome to have Von Miller there? Absolutely. You can't tell me that you have a person like Von Miller that can't make your linebacking core better, let alone defense and your whole team, because guess what? He's won a Super Bowl.
Right. And he would have been back home. You know what I'm saying? He's from DeSoto, right? He went to DeSoto. Yeah. So
if you have people, and you guys tell me this, okay? If you have people in the room that have won championships, they have been on winning teams, doesn't that change your team? Doesn't that change how you work and operate?
There's a whole new dynamic in the locker room, man. Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, you want that. You want that around you.
So yeah, he's disgruntled. I think he's upset because they were like, look, we'll pay you, but you have to hold up some things on your end. It's not that we don't trust you. We just got to make sure that we're covered too.
Right.
So I mean, that's my take as a fan on it. But you go ahead, brother.
No, I agree with you 1,000%. I'm still torn. Is Dak an elite quarterback in the league?
Not yet.
Not yet. And that playoff football was some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they lost in all phases. It wasn't just a quarterback play.
Yep.
They got beat down, and they would have got beat in the next round too. So I don't think they was good enough anyways. They just wasn't, in my opinion. They wasn't ready. They took a step forward, but they wasn't ready for that level of football.
And think about this, y'all. Randy Gregory had 2 lineup in the neutral zone infractions during this game, but now he's calling out the offense. And this is my whole thing. And I've been there. You know what I'm saying? That even though I left Tampa on my own free will, on my own choice to follow Coach Dungy to Indianapolis, I felt a certain way when they got to the Super Bowl and I was watching it, right? But then a few years later, get injured in Indianapolis and get cut from the Colts, and 2 years later, they playing in the Super Bowl, winning that thing, I felt a certain way. Now, I could have came out and blasted everybody under the sun if I wanted to, but at the end of the day, why? So to me, Randy Gregory, you went, you got your bread, you gonna make your money, you in the Mile High City, you like to smoke the ooh weed, you can go buy it at the shops, they still gonna test your dumb ass, but you're gonna go do it because you've shown not to make the best decisions that end up hurting your team, right? There's a time and place for everything. If he felt a certain way, just the way he came out about doing it, because this is my whole thing. Social media, like Twitter gives people the green light to go be tough and mad, and they hit sin, and later on, like, he didn't stop to think. You still supposed to be cool with D. Lawrence. Yeah, but at the time, you said that you had a cool relationship with them people, but now you calling out Dak's play, which it was evident with some of the plays he made. We all know that. Sure. We saw that. But at the same time, is that really the way to go about handling your business? To me, you moved on. You chose a new franchise to go play for. Why you got to bash them? If I'm Randy Gregory, with all the trouble I've been in the past, I'm only worrying about me and what I need to do to make sure my name stays right and relevant, and I don't get ran out of Denver for doing something dumb. When I read this tweet, I just start cracking up laughing. And it's not the fact that he decided to call him out. I was like, this the same fool that graffiti on the building, but he tell on his friend that did the half of the building that he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much shit you've done to get called out on? But you pointing at Dak? What about you lining up in the neutral zone and giving him a first down, check ass, and keeping drives alive 2 times? But you're going to talk about how much shit he played like. Let it go. You got your bread. You got a nice contract in Denver. Move on, because you don't have to deal with that bad quarterback no more. And, okay, now you talking shit because Russell Wilson, your quarterback. You know what I mean? That's kind of what it came down to. I just thought it was a punk-ass move, personally. I just thought it's some things you do or you don't do. To me, I ain't got to call out that play because everybody see how, like Seth said, he don't think it was ready regardless. So, and it was like you said, all phases. I didn't even think to break it down like that. You know, we look at football in phases. All 3 of the phases play like crap in the playoffs. They did. And he decided to call out the quarterback.
As true Cowboys fans, because I know fans from my other team can make comments about the squad, but you guys literally follow. And I ain't saying that I follow the Cowboys as well, but you guys are diehard fans. What is it about this squad that, I mean, you look at them and you sit there and you see that on paper they look wonderful, they look amazing on paper,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it's like year after year after year, they just can't get this together. I don't know, like, what is? Does it come from the top? Is it coaching? I can't say it's necessary to players because they got all the damn talent in the world. So I mean, like, honestly, like from y'all's perspective, like, what is it, man?
Well, I was happy to see Garrett go. I couldn't stand Garrett's ass for years. I think Jerry needs to go ahead and just hire a GM that's not a do boy. You know, and I think they need some veteran leadership that somebody's gonna get in your ass in that locker room.
Yeah,
they just don't have it.
They have nobody that's holding them. That no one's set a standard, and no one's holding anybody to a standard.
Right.
Yeah. And typically that would be your quarterback, or that would be someone, you know, your linebacker or someone on your defense. You know, that would say, hey, okay, enough's enough. We need to step up. But, you know, I think Micah is kind of that person.
He's gonna be that guy. He's just young.
He's just young. He's a rookie.
And
I'm a rookie.
The rookie should not have to be your leader.
Right.
Somebody should be in there telling him, hey, youngster, this is how we're gonna do this. And for him now to step up to speak on things.
But he's the one. Honestly, he's the one that I'm looking to say, okay, what's he gonna say about this? You know, and you're right. To that point, you know, you're a vet in a locker room, and the rookie, they're coming to him saying, well, Micah, what do you think? I mean, I think that may cause some issues, but also I think just the way Dan Quinn has run that locker room on the defensive side has kind of shown, look, the best players will play, and I'm going to give the mic to the best players that step up and that want to be leaders. Right. And so I think that helps on that side. On the offensive side, because you have weak leadership on the offensive side, you have weak leadership, you know, and I mean from the
Dak
coaching.
Ain't no leader. Dak ain't no leader.
No, Dak's shown that he's really not a leader. Reed. That's not an insult to Dak.
You said that.
I'll go all the way back to the Colin Kaepernick thing. Dak, at the time, being black, being a quarterback, had a chance to, and he gracefully bowed down to do what Jerry wanted him to do.
They ain't going nowhere.
Stand together as a team.
Right.
Use your platform for what it need to be used for.
Right.
That's my whole thing, man.
Look, I look at it like this. Even past the Kaepernick part, you know, you have a running back that's out there messing up out in the streets.
Right.
You know, you pull that dude to the side and say, hey, man, look, we trying to do something special here. We need you. Step up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, cut it out. Right. That did not happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said, the leadership from the offensive side, when I talk about coaching, it is evident that there's none there. That's just passed down through Dak, who's doing exactly what his coaches are doing, which is not being leaders. Man, that's why. So, you know, y'all know this. You guys know this. If you don't have that type of leadership in the locker room, it's going to step up and say, hey, this is how we're going to do this, and you do it. I mean, I keep pointing this out, man. Cincinnati went to the Super Bowl. This guy, Joe Burrow, got sacked 70 times. 70. They had a horrible line. Horrible.
And but you know how much that whole team respects Joe Burrow.
Shut up.
No, don't get no set me up.
Shut up.
Look at you. And I come straight at you.
But all I'm saying is that squad, and look, when you look at their defense, you can't tell me that was, you know, super elite defense, right? But what you did see was a team that had leadership that they said, look, Joe Burrow's the guy. We're going to go ahead, and this is how this train is going to move. And they moved. And Dallas just does not have that. Nope. That's why they won't win.
Nope.
Ouch.
Man, that's real talk.
Coming from real Cowboys fans.
Real talk. And that's right there from the Cowboys' mouth itself.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, we coming to a close, but it's something that struck me on ESPN yesterday, and I don't know if y'all saw this or noticed it, but there's a big array of veteran wide receivers that's still out there. And here's some of the names of some receivers that haven't found a home yet. Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton, A.J. Green, and Odell Beckham Jr. Do y'all think it's a hot market for any of those guys that any team could use them? Or you think that they waiting, they're going to be playing the waiting game after the draft?
No, there's teams that could use them
after the
just
draft.
the fact who wants to.
Yeah, at that value.
I think they're after the draft guys now.
Yeah,
they're after the draft guys.
Yeah.
They're
not
not
the
commodities anymore.
Right, it's the business side of it. It ain't the talent.
Yeah.
So, and it works best. You know what I mean? Like they're waiting to see where they're gonna plug in best, where they maybe get 2 or 3 years out of versus a 1 year deal, and or somebody gets injured and then they be brought in. So, yeah, it's just a chess game.
It's a chess game. I understand that, but the one name I thought that really surprised me out of all of them, I thought Jarvis Landry would have got picked up by now, because I think he would have reworked his contract, and I still think he's the youngest out of all of those. Well, no, Will Fuller, is the youngest out of that, everybody I read on that list. T.Y. Hilton had some glimpses of being good this year, but again, at the same time, he got hurt, and he's been hurt for the last 3 seasons. So it doesn't surprise me there. A.J. Green is that old veteran receiver now, and he had some plays last year in certain games, and I know Stogs and I talked about it. He would be that veteran leadership that I might look for in the locker room, like y'all said, after draft time. But Will Fuller, Jarvis Landry, I thought that those guys may have had a chance to get picked up sooner than later to go in and start learning offenses and getting ready for this offseason to work out with these teams, but it kind of just surprised me.
Jarvis said he was interested in going back to Cleveland now that Deshaun is there. So he may
they may rework that deal.
Yeah.
They may rework
him and Amari Cooper on one side. But
hey, all y'all having your favorite team, and I'll go through and ask everybody because I know who I would want to bring into the Buccaneers. But out of that list, what receiver would you want to see join your franchise? Is there one on there that you would be like, hey, we need to get him, he can help us out?
I'll start. If it would be anybody, it would be A.J. Green, because he used to
bring him back, huh?
Because he used to be a Bengal. And keep the veteran leadership in that. But honestly, we don't need him. Not with T.Y., not with Jamar Chase, not with Tyler Boyd. We got a 3-headed monster. We're good.
Yeah, you're right.
So
T.Y. is a little receiver, right?
Yeah, he's a smaller receiver.
T.Y. So
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, CeeDee's the number 1 receiver now. So, and I don't know if that's gonna work if he's physical enough. So we need a number 2. Julio's up there in age. It wasn't very.
Y'all need a number 2.
You need a number 2. Jay, give me the list one more time.
All right, so it's Julio Jones, Jarvis Landry, Will Fuller. I forgot Jamison Crowder, T.Y. Hilton, A.J. Green, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, man. That's tough.
I know, right?
Draft. I mean, it's because what you're looking at is, especially with like the Julio Jones and AJ Greens,
right?
They're veterans, but their contracts you also have to look at. They're making big money, and then when you start talking about Landry, who wants to go back to Cleveland, and I don't know if that's going to work at all. With that,
it would have to be Landry.
But see, I thought, and that's what I told Jay Stogs before. Reed, I told him when they traded Amari Cooper away, they should have tried to get Landry with him knowing that the contract would have got reworked, because to me, you paid Gallup the money, you got CeeDee Lamb.
Why?
You put Jarvis Landry on the outside to help CeeDee Lamb out. Lamb still needs to play in the slot, even though he's going to be your number 1. I think Jarvis Landry out of anybody could have helped you guys the most.
But Landry is to me, he's somewhat like CeeDee Lamb, where he's a very good route runner with good hands. He can burn a little bit, but he's not a big guy. Like, you need a guy you can throw the ball up. That's 6'2", 6'3".
That's what Will Fuller would have been good for y'all then.
You know what? And so out of that list, maybe Will Fuller. But again, if he's injury prone, we don't need that as well.
Yeah.
So, or if he's having injuries. So I mean, out of the list, that's the issue that I think we run into is
what Cowboys
as I've said this. I've said this. Dak cannot throw receivers open.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's going to be an issue. Tight end is going to be an issue, especially. So it's there's a lot that's going to go there, man, and the line. So I'm looking at the draft to see who's there because honestly, as far as those that are out there, I don't see them fitting.
Either draft, or y'all need to give up some picks. Bring in DK Metcalf.
Shit, we ain't got no picks. That's
do something.
That would be something. Or if you had some trade capital, that would be a great receiver to bring into that offense. DK Metcalf is like a video game, dude. He's like a cheat code. It makes no sense at all how big and fast and strong
he ain't gonna be in Seattle too much longer.
But they they're gonna want a lot.
No, they're going to want a whole lot because they don't have a whole lot going on up there. And they're going to have to get picks and other players to try to speed up the recovery process in Seattle. Right. Yeah, I had to ask that, guys. I know the two I thought about because we just got a Gage from Atlanta as a free agent. Godwin is going to come back from the injury. So we had speed in the slots that we needed. We got Mike Evans, a big receiver. To me, if it was Tampa, I would have wanted to holler at somebody like a Julio to come back and play in the NFC South or a Jarvis Landry that could have just helped.
You know who y'all need
to be the guys.
You know who y'all need to get?
No, I don't. You don't think I'm crazy.
No, you need to get Ben Gay for Tom Brady. Get some Metamucil.
See, I told you, Reed. I answered his ass. Now he baited me into it again.
Get some Metamucil for that dude right there.
That's what he does.
Whatever. Hey, my old ass quarterback is still gonna outplay your young quarterback.
Probably.
Would y'all make a switch? Would y'all switch Zeke for DK and let Tony Pollard start?
I would. Because you
let Tony Pollard start.
Yeah. Which they probably will do. They will probably draft another running back.
Draft. Hey, Big Games Entertainment's mock draft is coming, y'all, in 2 weeks right here on the Chop Shop. We're going to break down the first round and have our mock draft and pick what we think these teams should go after with this upcoming draft. It's a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to research a little bit. If we don't know, the simulator will help y'all. Just look at it before we go on the air so you kind of know who to put where. Hey, but that hour has come real quick. I want to say thank you real quick to my man, my brother from another mother, said Pittman. Thank you for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
Back anytime, bro.
Anytime you want to come back and shop and chop it up, man, you let us know. We'll make sure that we bring you back here and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said real quick before we go, Marlon Reed, would y'all sign Cam Newton as a backup for your squad?
No.
He could come back up Tom in Tampa or give me Baker.
I'm back.
You get Baker Mayfield.
At a rework deal, I'll take Baker Mayfield as a backup too.
Bro, they said they keeping Baker up there. I don't know
they
why.
Want to. It's going to be discriminatory. Baker ain't going to be right. They better let that go, man. It ain't going to be right.
They signed Jacoby Brissett
this week.
They did sign Jacoby Brissett, the career backup.
So why you need Baker for $18 million?
Hold that thought, y'all. We want to talk. Hey, hold that thought because we got to let the next show come on ASAP. So again, man, big shout out to my man, said Pitt, to the musicologist. Hey, Reed, tell the people where they can find out your great music, man.
Hey, man, y'all can find me, man, musicologist, MUSICOLOGIZT on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Follow this MCXPRadio because we always doing big stuff. My man, Big Game and Jay Stogs. It's always going down, Hey
man, y'all check out if y'all like good music that don't just sound like the mainstream stuff they try to force down your throat. Check out A Reed, man, and get a fresh break of a true musician putting his talents to work. To my man Jay Stogs, the buff nerd. If there's anything you want to know that makes no sense to you, ask the buff nerd. He might have an answer for you. All right. Hey, and I'm your boy, Big Game James. Y'all please make sure to tune in to Jay Stogs and I Thursday night on Big Game Sports Buzz. We're going to be breaking down this Final Four matchup that's about to take place in this national championship here in the NCAA tournaments next week. And also, you got to hit it with our oh hell nah. You know what I'm saying? And I got about 20 oh hell no's just from what happened Sunday night. So it's going to be hard to break it down this week, y'all. So again, for all my guests and co-hosts, I'm your boy Big Game James, and you've been watching The Chop Shop.